The Thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger, Tasmanian wolf, pouch dog, whatever you want to call it. It's been getting quite a lot of media attention at the moment, and well, for good reason, because it might be coming back soon. Now that's pretty crazy to think that, well, seeing as the last known individual, Benjamin, died in 1936 in a zoo, they've been extinct for quite a while, or at least, well, that was the last officially known one. There's been other sightings since, but they were declared extinct in around the 1980s, and since then, yes, there's been reportings of sightings and stuff, but nothing actually confirmed. And it was announced that a biotech company called Colossal from Texas is working alongside a Australian university to bring them back. And that is massive. Like, where'd that come from? It was Australia's only marsupial apex predator, and until about 3,000 years ago, it could be found on both the Australian mainland and Tasmania, but after that it was restricted to only Tasmania. And, well, it looked like a dog, but it had a weird wide jaw, a thin tail, and stripes. It was basically like someone mixed a tiger with a dog and messed up its jaw a bit. And because of the way it looked and everything, it became prized hunting material for early European settlers, and due to this, that's what led to its extinction mainly. And by the Europeans bringing over dogs and stuff, they outcompeted the Thylacine and just took over and caused its extinction, which, as I mentioned previously, the last confirmed Thylacine died in 1936. But since then, multiple expeditions and university studies have been carried out to try and find whether there's still Thylacines out there in remote areas of Australia or Tasmania. And, well, nothing's come back from them. So, in the 1980s, the species was confirmed extinct, and sadly, that's another one that was lost due to human activity. But with this news, it's incredible to think that it's going to be coming back. And the professor in charge of the University of Melbourne's project has said that they've managed to completely get a genetic code from a young juvenile Thylacine specimen that they had, and that's allowed them to basically get everything they need and all the building blocks to get producing Thylacines. And I mean, I'm not the best with genetics, but basically using this genetic code that they've got, they can insert it into another species that's similar to the Thylacine, and then that will give birth to, well, a Thylacine. And yeah, it's thought that the first Thylacine joeys will be born within the next 10 years. Wow. So yeah, a few months ago now, the University of Melbourne announced that they're going to start a project to de-extinct the Tasmanian tiger, and they got a $5 million grant, and it was going to be carried out within the next 30 years, I believe. But recently, another company, a biotech company known as Colossal, which is from Texas in the United States, has come along and partnered with the University of Melbourne to, well, aid in the de-extinction of this species. And it's thought that they're going to be rewilding the Tasmanian tiger within the next 10 years. So, within our lifetimes, we could see the Thylacine back in the wild where it's meant to be. You might have also heard about Colossal in another story recently, because they're actually currently also working on de-extincting the woolly mammoth, which, I mean, is just incredible to think that potentially, again, within our lifetime, we're going to be able to see mammoths. But that's for a different video, that's a different topic. This one is about the Thylacine. The scientists in charge of de-extincting the Thylacine are going to take cells from the closest DNA they can find, which is from the fat-tailed dunnart, and basically turning them into Thylacine cells, so that when it gives birth, instead of giving birth to another fat-tailed dunnart, it gives birth to a Thylacine. And they're going to be doing this using gene editing expertise from George Church, who is from the Harvard Medical School and also the co-founder of Colossal. Now, Andrew Pask, who's in charge of the University of Melbourne's project, has said that this is the most significant project for Australian marsupial conservation, as there's more than 30 scientists working on this project, and he's the one who has said that within the next 10 years there should be, well, Thylacine joeys back on Earth. But Colossal's co-founder has been a bit more confident in their work and has said that they'll be here within the next 6 years, which is also the same time frame that he said that the mammoths will be back on Earth. But I mean, 6 years, 10 years, I'll take either. It's still awesome news to hear that such a unique and amazing species is going to be coming back. That's going to be it for today, but if you want to see more Thylacine content, then let me know in the comments down below. But for now, it's goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.